Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat for Career Mode. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we go to Richmond in the playoffs here for the start of the Xfinity Series playoffs as well as the second race of the first round of the Cup Series playoffs. So obviously we had a good race in Las Vegas. Major implications for Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick taking the worst. He is 5 points out of the playoffs now, as Kyle Busch was kind of saved by stage points as well in stage 1. But in the Xfinity Series we had subscriber Dakota Beach in the cars who came through turns 2. Obviously if you guys have watched this career mode for a while, we know Richmond is not good at all for us, and it would happen as it was actually a very early exit for Dakota, as he had actually spun out down the back straightaway, taking a hit there on the right side, putting him into the wall, and that would unfortunately take him out. He would have been able to keep going after the spin, but obviously that hit there, putting him hard into that outside wall is what took him out. So very early exit it was for us here in the Xfinity Series, as it's really just been a struggle here in the Xfinity program all season long, and we definitely are going to have to work on it next season when we start our own team. And sure enough, it continued into Cup qualifying for myself, getting into the wall there on the exit of turn 4, and we qualify P19. And we know how Richmond can go here, so hopefully we can have a strong race here in the second race of the playoffs. But on the pole, we have got Martin Truex Jr.
Welcome to Richmond Raceway in the Federated Auto Parts 400. Tonight we make our final stop at this three-quarter-mile track, and a win at America's premier short track will move one of these drivers into the round of 12. Let's go racing.
All right, thank you, Rick Allen. We're ready to go green here for the Federated Auto Parts 400 at Richmond International Raceway. Jamie McMurray is well prepared for this race. You can see him all the way up in like 30th place now, as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. gave up qualifying position for new tires, so he is starting at the back. And there is your pole winner, joined by Kevin Harvick on the front row. So Truex and Harvick will lead the way now, is ready to go green here for the second race of the playoffs. Kyle Busch and Hamlin on that second row now, as we're ready to go green, and the green flag is out. The second race of the playoffs is underway. Harvick and Truex, like I said, leading the way now as we come through to start this race behind the 37 of Chris Buescher, who's going on towards turns 1, just trying to take it easy now. Obviously, we actually no longer have Kyle Larson as a rival, so that's a benefit for us now as we go down this back straightaway for the opening lap here. Kurt Busch in the mix with us, as he is certainly not in a position that he wants to be in now as we come through turns 3 and turn 4, getting past Bubba Wallace and the 47 of Ryan Preece here on this opening lap. Up ahead there is 16th place of Eric Jones as we go down into turns 1. Kyle Busch has actually taken the lead here early on in Richmond as he started on that second row, but here he is leading as we go down this back straightaway up the inside of the 37 of Chris Buescher. But I decided to play a little bit cautious and actually give him the spot there as we came through now out of turns 4 and lap 3, continuing to follow Buescher as we had gotten past Jones. Matt DiBenedetto now up the inside of the 88 of Alex Bowman as we went down through turns 1 and turns 2. So slowly moving our way forwards here as we exit turn 2 sideways though on the back straightaway, and we almost put it right into the inside wall, as that was certainly a big moment for myself, as we would be able to regain control and move back up to P13, battling with Chris Buescher as we came through out of turns 4 side by side with him. And I was kind of surprised by how well I could actually make this little second outside groove work here in Richmond. It was certainly working today, or I guess we should say tonight, as we would clear Buescher and actually run down Chase Elliott now as we came to 6 to go in this first and opening stage, getting to the inside of him, clearing Chase Elliott as we came out of turn 2, moving now up into P11, trying to get up to the next group of cars here as we came through on lap 21 of 24 in the stage, and the caution would end up coming out, and that would actually end the first stage a few laps early, as Kyle Busch did get the stage victory. So obviously his issues in Las Vegas shouldn't really be too much of a hit anymore, because he now has gotten a good chunk of stage points. Obviously, we came up short of stage points in this first stage, but we would take 2 cans of fuel and 4 tires and get ready for the start of stage 2, as Truex had now taken the lead, and the green flag is out, and once again stage 2 is underway. They're just about getting into the back of our teammate of Harvick, who did not have a good launch at all, so I got off the throttle and gave up some time as we went down towards turns 1, sending it back up the inside though of Elliott, as they're going 3 wide in front of us between Harvick, Newman, and Paul Menard as we go down this back straightaway towards turns 3. Up the inside of the 9 of Chase Elliott as they continue 3 wide in front of us, but now we come through out of turns 4, joining in on this 3 wide party as we cross the line. Hamlin and Truex 1-2 as Hamlin takes the lead from Martin Truex Jr. as we come through up turns 1 on the back of Kevin Harvick, our teammate, running P9. So for the first time in this race, we have found ourselves in the top 10 as we would continue on this inside. Boyer, Kyle Busch, all these guys getting into it, including Ryan Blaney. So we come through making it 3 wide and get up to P7 as we go down towards turns 1. So quickly moving our way forwards, and so is Kevin Harvick. Now as we look to the inside of the 12 of Blaney, we would get past him and move up now towards P5 as we came through on lap 9 of 25 in the second stage. Jimmy Johnson, though, closing in from behind as we came through the center of the turn 3 and turn 4 now, but we would actually stretch out the gap to him as we came to lap 16 of 25 in the stage, closing in on the back of the Ford car of Kevin Harvick as we went down through turns 3 and turn 4. So certainly showing some more competitive speed here at Richmond in this second stage as we come through, crossing the line, and now as we came through to the final lap in the stage, still running though P5 right behind Kevin Harvick because I just didn't quite have enough speed to get to the back of the Ford and get past him as we came through turns 1 and turns 2 for the final time here in the stage 2, heading down the back straightaway sideways on the exit of the corner. That's certainly been a bit of an issue as we go down through turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time here in the second stage, closing in on Harvick, but not close enough as we come through to cross the line though to get P5 here in stage 2. So a very strong effort, and I really feel like that was almost a big stage for us because I think that will really give us a good points buffer here in the playoffs that we won't really have to worry much anymore, as we would though come to the pit lane once again for 2 cans of fuel as well as 4 tires here at the end of the second stage. I thought about maybe making a wedge adjustment. As you can see right now it is at 50.8, so I was thinking about it. I was like, do we make an adjustment? And I actually would go back in and put it up a few clicks, but we would come out P4 here for the start of the third and final stage in Richmond. Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin started in the front row. Here we are now on row 2 as the green flag is out, and we are underway here for the third and final stage at Richmond International Raceway. Martin Truex Jr. on our inside in that third position. Jimmy Johnson up here inside the top 5 as we come through turns 1 and on the exit of turn 2, side by side as we actually get into the wall on the exit of turn 2 as we get sideways and corrected the car, but unfortunately we chased it up into the wall, and as we knocked down the right side of the car, we certainly have some damage here on the right side of the car as we exit turn 4, crossing that line, completing the first lap of this third and final stage. So everything was looking good, and then all of a sudden the car got loose and into the wall we went, and now we have a damaged right side of the car, but hopefully won't be too significant now as we came through down towards turn 3, still battling behind Truex on the outside of Denny Hamlin as we're going to make it 3 wide with Martin Truex Jr. and I believe Joey Logano as we exit turn 4 side by side as we cross the line. 46 laps to go here in Richmond International Raceway. Keselowski leads the way, Hamlin making a pass on Jimmy Johnson for second place as we exit turn 2 going down this back straightaway. Thankfully we would get clear, but unfortunately we had actually faded all the way down to P8 as we came through, now getting a caution with 43 laps to go as Jimmy Johnson had faded down as well. Martin Truex Jr. and myself, we all just kind of faded, and now as we would get ready to go green, no one had come to the pit lane, so it was Keselowski and Kyle Busch on the front row as the green flag once again is back out. Denny Hamlin right here in P6 as Johnson has the edge on him for P5 is going down into turns 1. We're going to do a quick crank it up here for the first time here in the playoffs.
Say hi up here. Car there on the inside. Careful, still there. Car there on the outside. All right, clear outside. Car on the outside now. Still there. All right, clear outside. Got one peeking outside. Clear high, bud.
Alright, there was your crank it up here at Richmond International Raceway. A little bit of issues there with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson as we came out of turn 2, now slipping and sliding, trying to get past Joey Logano on lap 71 as we went down towards turn 3. Thankfully, we held on to the cars. Denny Hamlin at this point continues to lead the race as a caution, though, with 30 laps to go would come out. So another caution here in the third and final stage. This time, everybody was pitting. I didn't know if everyone was going to take 4 tires or not. I decided to take 4 tires. I was wrong, unfortunately. Everyone took 2 tires. So obviously, we get ready to go green once again from P19 as the green flag is out. Ryan Blaney just in front of us. He won the last race at Las Vegas, so he is already locked into the next round of 12 here in the playoffs. Through turns 1, though, just in front of the 1 car of Kurt Busch, who's had a pretty mediocre effort here today in Richmond as we exit turns 2, behind the 9 of Chase Elliott, who had a rough race at Las Vegas, and now Elliott is struggling again here today at Richmond, so he is certainly going to take some hits here in the playoffs. He was outside of the cut line on the last episode, so now Elliott in a bit of trouble now as came through turn 3 on lap 79, battling it out with Eric Jones and Matt Tivy. We have the 2 extra fresh tires compared to the AI, so it was certainly being a benefit to myself as we came through, clearing Tift and Jones. We would climb up now to P14 as we pass William Byron, closing in on the back of the 9 of Chase Elliott as we come down this front straightaway. 18 to go at this point as Hamlin continues to lead as we go down towards turns 1 up the inside of the 9 of Chase Elliott through the center of the corner. We clear him out of turns 2 heading down this back straightaway, so we continue moving forward as we came through now on lap 86 of the inside of the 95 of Matt DiBenedetto, moving up now towards P12 as we have 14 laps to go as we go down into turns 1. We would clear the 95 of Matt DiBenedetto, so now closing in on the back of Jimmy Johnson. We would come to lap 89, getting to the inside of the 48 of Jimmy Johnson as we come out of turns 2. There's a little bit of contact though made with the 48, and now we hang on to it as we go down towards turn 3. And sliding though the 48 of Jimmy Johnson's going to go as he hangs on to the cars. We close in on the back of him. I felt a little bit bad for this situation though, but now there's trouble behind, and Corey LaJoie has gone spinning into the outside wall, now back into traffic. Kyle Larson and Brendan Gaughan both involved as a caution would fly here in Richmond. Certainly getting pretty hectic there here in the final moments of this race, as this would obviously set us up for this late race restart. Now as the green flag is back up, I certainly felt bad for what happened with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. That wasn't the first time of this race that we've gotten into Jimmy Johnson, so now we're going to get as aggressive as possible, getting actually into the back there of the 19 of Martin Truex Jr., but we're going to go 3 wide down this back straightaway with our teammate Boyer and Truex as we go down towards turn 3. We would clear them, and we've come through now to just 2 laps to go here as we had gotten nowhere. Actually, we had still been running P8 behind our teammate Kevin Harvick. Unfortunately, I just got nowhere, and like I said, out of turn 4, we actually look to the inside of Kevin Harvick as we go down this front straightaway. The white flag is now in the air, and you see who's leading on the track map. Ryan Blaney, the last car to make it into the playoffs without a win. Well, he won last episode in Las Vegas to start off the playoffs, and here he is leading through turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time here at Richmond International Raceway. We will exit turn 4 and rebounding to a top 10 as Blaney wins the way, and now he is obviously still locked in from the last win at Las Vegas to the next round, so this is just going to add some playoff points onto that 12 car. So Ryan Blaney certainly getting some momentum at the right time here in the season, so this could definitely carry him well into that next round. As actually Eric Almirola, our teammate, finished down in 31st. He had a rough race as well, so there you see the playoff grid, 55 points to the good after that, so we really have nothing to worry about at the Roval. But there you see the 4 guys out: Chase Elliott and Eric Almirola, the kind of notables. So Almirola, like I said, in NASCAR Heat 3 career mode, had a very bad habit of getting eliminated in that first round, and unfortunately it looks like it's going to happen again to our teammate of Almirola, as Chase Elliott is probably going to need to win as well, and pretty much everyone that's out is going to need to win unless they have incredible first 2 stages on points. But as always, if you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. So in the next one, we have one of my favorite races of the season, the Charlotte Roval. My dominance isn't quite there anymore in this game, considering how bad the cars are at road courses in this game, unfortunately. So hopefully, though, we'll have a strong run, maybe a top 5. We'll see what we can get, though, there. But there you see Hamlin, Logano, Keselowski, they're all locked in on points. They don't have any worry. We're nearly locked in on points, so definitely not going to have any worries going into the Roval. So I will see you guys all in the next one. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.